Hi everybody. So you got a warm up today, and I'm going to show it to you through a video like I did last time. So here we go. In Python I can't show you the I don't want to show you the source code, so this is the output. So you're going to write a program that calculates the area of at least two different geometric shapes. So you're going to ask the user what the area is you want to know of. And so I'm going to put rectangle, and then it asks you how long the side of the rectangle is. And I'm going to keep the math simple so I know I got the answer right. And yay. So that's one shape, and then you need to have at least one more, so that when the user decides what they want to see and or hear or calculate, and then you enter it. Now, there's a couple ways to make this more challenging and more interesting. One is obviously to pick a shape that's more challenging than a rectangle. And another is, if you've already started graphics, you could have an image show up of the size that the person chose, of the shape that they're calculating the area of, and then show them what the answer is in like a graphics window. So that would be one thing to do. A second thing to do would be to get a little bit more into the math. And so those of you that are in calculus, I'm going to give you a challenge problem here, where instead of a shape, let's imagine that we have a function, and I've drawn the function here, f of x squared, and what your goal is to find the area between these 2 points, f of 1 and f of 3, and so the area under the curve. And so there's a lot of ways to do that. And one way to do it is to approximate it by putting a bunch of rectangles in there and calculating the area of each of the rectangles and then summing that up. And so I'm going to show you a sample program that does that. And so here we go. And I have this all ready to go too. So I'm going to say number of rectangles is 3, and my program didn't like me because it wants to have an even number of rectangles, so I'm going to put 4 in. And then the output, I can actually calculate the answer of this, and so I say the answer, what it is, because we can get an analytical expression for it, and that's the exact answer. And then here's my estimate of what the area is if I only use 4 rectangles, if I use 6, if I use 8, all the way up to 22. And notice how it gets closer and closer to the answer. The more rectangles I use to calculate the area. And you can imagine that as you go to infinity, and if you have an infinite number of rectangles, you'll actually observe the shape. You could make the shape of the curve, which will give you the best answer. So that's your warm up. Submit your a picture like normal, code/image to Google Classroom, just like normal. And also, just like normal, there's a range of you can make this problem as hard as you want, depending on how you feel. So I will leave that up to you. Have fun.